Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Myra Salcido for the University of Texas Permian Basin. And I am reaching out to you from my home today with my broken foot to my American literature class. December 11th is the final exam. And I know some of you want to start studying now, so I am going to address the final exam today. The way it is set up is different students will get different questions from a question bank. So you might get a question that another student did not have, and you will get about 10 questions, mostly multiple choice, a few true or false. So, how do you study for the final exam? Due December 11th, and some of you are studying now. And I have taken some questions that I have found from the bank of questions. So, one thing you need to know is what constitutes an unreliable narrator? Unreliable, somebody you cannot trust. This is the narrator of the story. How much do you trust the narrator for giving all sides to one situation? Does the narrator come out looking good and the other people come out looking bad? Take that into consideration. Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat. Do we trust the narrator? Is he sane? Is he an alcoholic? Is he both? How much do we trust his version of what transpired? And do not confuse the author with the fiction. Do not confuse the author with the work. Edgar Allan Poe did not kill a black cat. He did not kill his wife. He had a hard life. He was found in the streets, delirious, before he died. And science is not what it is today. We do not have an autopsy or brain science to tell us what he died of. So, do not consider the author the person in the story, the character in the story. But you should know, for the final exam, the black cat named Pluto. What was the narrator's reason for killing the cat? Know that and you will have a question. So, pay attention to scientific reasoning in the 19th century. Science was coming about, and if you have ever read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, you will see the dichotomy and the conflicts of science with religion. Was the scientist playing God when he created Frankenstein? Could that have occurred in Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Birthmark? Was he trying to create something better? Rappaccini's Daughter? Was he trying to create something new? And how did that violate the rules? Did it violate the rules? So you need to take those things into consideration, especially when a narrator is reliable or not. Do you depend on them? Do you believe them? Are they a truth teller? Ethos in Greek appeals to persuasion. Ethos is the ethics, the credibility of the speaker, the credibility of the character that you are considering. How much do you consider ethos and credibility with what you are reading. Bartleby the Scrivener. We don't have Bartleby's side or knowledge of what he was thinking ever in the entire story. So think about that. And I am thinking I've covered everything that might be in the final, different ideas and concepts. Except sometimes themes, like the Transcendentalists, they were honest, they were believers in what they did. Does that make them unreliable? Think about it. Unreliable to you or your beliefs, or unreliable for the time periods? Check into that. And that's all I have to say for the final exam, except it's been great having you guys in class. And if you still want to revise works, you have till December 4th. That's for the major papers. And if you want to contact me, anytime is fine. Just text before calling, and I've sent my text around, my phone number around, and have a good rest of the semester, and please do study the ideas and concepts that I have just given you now. Thank you very much. Bye.